لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، سيما مولانا بقية الله في الأرضين، روحي وأرواح العالمين له الفداء. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات پڑھیں محمد وآل محمد. We discussed in last couple days that shanakht and ma'rifah and deep kind of understanding of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is essential. And the second part is wayfaring. We all have to become salik ilallah, those who step their foot in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they do actions to please only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have no connection with any other power, status, and nothing. Just Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they just want to please Allah. These are the two basic things. And beside those, we need few other things for wayfaring, for suluk ila tariq or fit tariq. What we need support of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wassalam. We need their guidance, we need their dua, we need their ulum, we need their wisdoms. And nothing is going to happen without their support, without their knowledge, without their ilm, without their wisdom. One of the points has been discussed a lot in ahadith by Masumin is that sometimes Ahlul Bayt claim to their ashab, not to ashab really, ashab to the followers, the so-called Shia. Why you claim that you are Shia, but your actions are like Banu Umayyah? Your actions are like those who are not Shia. Why you act like them? If you are Shia, you should follow us. We all heard that Imam Ali. Sometimes he says, I'm ready to exchange. I can take one of the followers of Muawiyah and I give 10 of you. How much they are loyal in their false path and how you are reluctant in your path of haqq. Why you are like that? Well, simply in the path of Muawiyah, you have to do nothing. All you have to just run according to your desires, shahawat. There's nothing more than that. If you go in this dunya, if you leave path of Ahlul Bayt, everybody will offer you in a different color, in a different smells, in a different shape, path of shahawat and path of desires. And this is the dunya. This is dunya. You have to maintain your social status. Be like people. There's a saying in Iran, it's a kind of taunting basically. Garna khahi shabi ruswa ham rang jama'at sho. If you don't want to be ruswa, disrespected, then be in the color of people. Simple. If you don't want to be ruswa, then be like people's color. What they're living, what they're eating, what they're playing, do like them, be like them. Sit down in the masjid, centers, cry loud. When you go to marriage, put men and women together and they dance together and they call themselves Shia. Definitely they cannot claim themselves Shia. They can't call themselves any what they want. But they cannot call themselves Shia. Yes, they are muhib. But when you're dancing together, you cannot call it a Shia. You're not changing your things according to Ahlul Bayt, not changing your life according to Ahlul Bayt, not changing your patterns according to Ahlul Bayt. The only track where within you have to go against your shahawat and desires, that's path of Ahlul Bayt. Very simple. And if you choose any other path other than path of Ahlul Bayt, they will invite you. They will invite you definitely for shahawat. Good. They will invite you for shahawat. Any party, any group, any country you go, what you want, they will provide you. That's it. This is the line of the world or line of the worldly life, but the line of Ahlul Bayt. So where is the difference basically? People of dunya do not consider their ending up to the qiyamah, to the hereafter. They say no, when we're dead, gone, finished. So forget it. Who saw God? Who has seen Jannah? Who has seen hell? I never received any phone call from Jannah, Sheikh. I'm very happy here. And either I didn't receive any call from Hellfire saying, Sheikh, I'm in trouble. And nobody has seen God's manifestations. So why should I have to believe in God? But these are the cash. So we go, human being usually go behind the cash. This is cash. These luxuries, these desires, these lusts, they're cash. Why should I leave all these tasty cash for something I have not seen yet? And I have no news from that side. All we have information from those side, sayings of the infallibles. That's it. Quran says there's a reality. Ahlul Bayt said the Qiyamah is a reality. Life after death is the biggest reality. Death itself is a reality. So either we trust them, live like them, or we trust people other than Ahlul Bayt and we live like them. And there's a between way. We trust in Ahlul Bayt, we live like them. Those are called munafiq. The moment they trust in Ahlul Bayt, they live like Ahlul Bayt. They follow the path of Ahlul Bayt. Mushrikeen and kuffar and people of desires, they don't care about Ahlul Bayt, they just live their lives. There's a group of people in between. They call themselves followers of Ahlul Bayt, followers of Quran, followers of Rasulullah, Shia, Sunni, I don't know, whatever it is. But their lives, if you go in their lives, you see they're living like kind of opponents of Ahlul Bayt. Oh, according to Quranic language, according to hadith of Rasul and Ahlul Bayt, they're munafiqeen and hypocrites. And inshallah, we are all not going to be like them. We have to know Ahlul Bayt. And for this thing, we have to have a strong marifat of Ahlul Bayt. And that is not tough. As I always said, if you create a habit of reading just 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes, when you wake up, after you go namaz and salat and doing your basic works, when you sit down for some tea, for some coffee, for something, hold your book, your iPad in your hand, and just put a timer on it for 10 minutes. Start reading Nahjul Balagha. That's enough. That's enough. At the beginning, 10 minutes is well enough. Maybe you generate some love of Ahlul Bayt in your heart and then you increase your reading, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, that's up to you. But at least you have to put something. This is the only way to generate a light in the heart, nur in the heart. And that nur will come through the wisdoms of Ahlul Bayt. 100% make sure there's no other group, there are no other individuals, there are no other organization who can generate that light in your heart, that nur in your heart. Nur only will come through the words of Ahlul Bayt and Rasulullah. Well, after Quran, definitely. And these rawayat of these sayings of Ahlul Bayt and Nabi will explain Quranic ayat for you. Sometimes you hear Quran is enough, Quran is enough. No, Quran is not enough. Quran and Ahlul Bayt is always together. They are not each individually enough. Ahlul Bayt teaches from Quran, and Quran is going to be taught by Ahlul Bayt. There are many ayat we don't understand. So we have to, and the duty is we have to understand whole Quran. For that purpose, we have to go to Quran and we have to learn from Quran through the explanations of Ahlul Bayt अलैहिस्सलाम. यानी Ahlul Bayt और Quran दो अलग चीज़ें नहीं हैं, एक ही हैं. ये उसको बयान कर रहे हैं और कुरान को समझने के लिए इनसे हमें पूछना है. They're totally interconnected. There's no duality. They're properly just one thing. Because Ahlul Bayt are not saying anything. They are not saying anything out of Quran. Everything they say is coming from Quran. Everything they say is coming from Quran. Number one. Number two, there are lots of questions in Quran. In understanding Quran, we have to come to Ahlul Bayt and learn from them and ask from them, and they do explain for us. There are some couple of tafsir called Tafsir Ahlul Bayt. In under each ayah, you see all those rawayat are told by Ahlul Bayt and Masa to understand what this ayah is saying in a deeper meaning. Quran has much layers. Words of Quran for commons. There's a hints in Quran for awliya. There's a haqaiq truth in Quran. Those are for infallibles and masumeen. So we have to go deep in Quranic science, and then we can go from words to the hints, to the subtleties, and then we go deeper, and then we can go close to haqaiq. But we don't understand those haqaiq. Ahlul Bayt will tell us this is the haqiqah of this ayah. Lots of time people ask why Imam Ali is not mentioned in Quran. Who said Imam Ali is not mentioned in Quran? Imam Ali is mentioned in Quran. But Imam Sadiq is going to tell you where Imam Ali is mentioned in Quran and how Imam Ali is mentioned in Quran. Quran has everything. It has everything. We don't know. So we have to spend some time for that. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. We discussed yesterday this ayah a little bit. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ittaqullah wabtaghu ilayhi alwasila. Seek wasila, some medium towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wajahidu fi sabilihi la'allakum tuflihun. You have to seek some wasila. So find strong, and healthy relationship with Ahlul Bayt. When you call, your relationship is wealthy. If I call you like I am and my this brother, we have a very healthy relationship. So what does it mean? Does it mean we visit once in a year? Once in a 2 year? We never call each other during the year and then we have a healthy relationship? Can we say that? Definitely not. Healthy relationship means if I can come each day to see you, if I can't come every day to you, at least I message you every day. I call you every day. You call me every day. You message me every day. This is called healthy relationship. Do we have that kind of relationship with Ahlul Bayt or not? Not. We don't have that kind of relationship. एक मजबूत रिश्ते का मतलब है यानी दाइमन राबिता होना, दाइमन हर दिन, आज भी, कल भी, परसों भी. अगर राबिता ना हो सके तो इंसान कहे आई एम सॉरी, आज मैं आपको कॉल नहीं कर सका. दैट्स कॉल्ड हेल्थी रिलेशनशिप. ना कि साल में एक बार मिले, उफ क्या बात है, बड़े मोहब्बत है मुझे आपसे. Keep your mohabbat yourself. I don't need that mohabbat. This is not healthy relationship. Definitely this is not. Healthy relationship means we share ideas. Do really we share ideas with Ahlul Bayt? So how is our relationship with Ahlul Bayt? I can explain a little bit. All we think when we think about Sahib al-Zaman, whenever we think about Imam Jafar Sadiq, or whenever we think for Rasulullah and Ahlul Bayt, right after their name, we have a long list in the pocket. Oh Imam Zaman, please give me this car, this home, this job, this business, this wife, this TV, this, I don't know, this and that, and finished. Did we ever ask from Ahlul Bayt, Ya Ahlul Bayt, what you need from us? How many times in a year? Did we ask ever from Ahlul Bayt, Ya Imam Jafar Sadiq, what you need from me? Ya Fatima Zahra, what you need from me? Ya Rasulullah, what you need from me? Ya Imam Hussain, what's your needs? What you want from me? Did I ever ask from them? Did I? I don't think so. All we think our own side. I want you for this job, this thing, this place, this social status, this and that, this and that, this and that, this and this. बहुत ही धोखेबाज लोग हैं हम लोग. किस तरह के लोग हैं? बहुत ही चालबाज किस्म के लोग हैं हम लोग. बहुत ही अच्छा लफ्ज़ नहीं है, बहुत ही खयानतकार लोग हैं हम लोग. उर्दू में क्या कहते हैं इसको? एक लफ्ज़ इसके लिए उर्दू में बहुत ही मतलबी लोग हैं. अगर हम ये कर रहे हैं, हम बहुत ही मतलबी लोग हैं. और अहले बैत से मतलबी होना बहुत ही ख़राब बात है. बिकॉज दे आर नॉट मतलबी, They die for us, they live for us. They came to this world for us, to help us, to provide us nurani, spiritual and physical sustenance. They do dua every day for us. We have in hadith from Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam. We have in hadith from Sahib al-Zaman. We do dua with your name every day. हाँ मौला आप दुआ करें ठीक है मैं तो अपने मतलब से मिलूंगा जब काम आएगा इंशाल्लाह बाय बाय अगले हफ्ते. This is not वफादारी. This is बेनहायत चालबाजी. This is बेनहायत धोखा. And definitely they don't expect from us these things. That's why none of us are going to be like Malik or Salman or Abu Zar. But that's the goal. Ultimately, we have to go that place. We have to hit that place. We have to become like them. And if you're not going to that path, then definitely we are in trouble. So we have to know Ahlul Bayt, and then we have to ask from them. Yeah, Imam, you have done everything for me. You do dua. Imam Zaman says, we do dua every day for you. You did dua for me every day. So the least and the least and the least I have to say, okay, let me know one day, Imam, at least one day in a year, one day in a month, 1 hour in a week. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? And they definitely want lots of things from us. So how are we going to know that what they want from us? Open Usul Kafi. Sheikh Sarwar is one. No, he's not. He's alive still. May Allah prolong his life. Sheikh Sarwar is still alive. He is a wakil of Ayatollah Usman Khui when he came to America 30, 40 years ago. He has translated whole Usul Kafi in 8 or 10 volumes in English. Just go to Google or Al Khui Center, buy it. You spend tens of thousands on your life. You have to spend this money too as well. Buy this book, keep this book by your table. When you do your breakfast, when you sit down for tea, open 2 pages, 3 pages, just 1 page, half page, whatever you want. Usul Kafi, 10 volumes, Arabic and English. Buy the book called Tuhuful Uqul. One side English, one side Arabic. Open this book, start reading books. The best ahadith from Ahlul Bayt, Tuhuful Uqul. If you see me after Majlis, I can show you the place where you can find all, you can download all those PDFs if you have good iPad. Buy Khasal Saduq, buy Mishkatul Anwar, best books. Buy Amaliya from Sheikh Saduq, Sheikh Tusi, Sheikh Mufid. Keep these books right beside around you. When you sit down, if you want to know what Ahlul Bayt wants from you, open the book and find out what they want from us. Don't be so selfish. We are not allowed. This is not the school of love. If we are being selfish, we are not people of love then. And if we are not people of love, we are not Shia. People of love, people of Shia, people of... They want from us much more than love. Love is just hub. They want mawadda. Mawadda is higher than love. When you're ready to sacrifice your life, your belongings, your job, your personality, your prestige, everything for Ahlul Bayt, that is called mawadda. It's not love. Love, simple love. So we have to know, open these books, keep it beside you, and keep reading every day, 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. 2 hadiths, 3 hadiths. Ayatollah Bahjat Rizwanullah says, if you read 1 hadith each day from an authenticated book, I'm not talking about the messages comes in WhatsApp. Shut it down. Or just delete it. Break your phone is okay. I'm not agree with that. I'm not talking about Facebook. I'm not talking about WhatsApp. I can introduce you a channel, a couple of channels from scholars, Ayatollah Jawadi Amuli, Ayatollah like Bayt Khurasani, Ayatollah Tuzani. I have my own channel. There's every day there's a hadith coming. The books are coming in those channels in Telegram. So you can go through authentic hadiths and read every day. Ayatollah Bahjat said, if you read at least one day, 1 hadith, and you act according to it, very soon you will see changes in your life. But this is the least. This is the drop. I'm talking about the drop from ocean. I'm talking about the drop from ocean. You can become like Shahid Baqir al-Sadr. He is famous, Shahid Baqir al-Sadr, when he used to go buy bread for breakfast for his family, wife and children. He used to go with a book in his hand. And while he was standing in the line to buy bread, he was studying there. We can't be like them. We pray and we don't know how much rakat we prayed. While we're praying, we call, we count, we do everything in salat. Shahid Baqur Sadr, once he's been saw by his students, he's been seen by students, he was standing for at least half an hour. One of his students came ahead and said, Sheikh, Sayyidina, Shahid Baqur Sadr, who was alive at that time. You were just standing for half an hour, not doing anything. He said, this is my habit. Before I pray, I stand up and clear my mind. When I am finished, I made my mind empty of all thoughts. Then I say, Allahu Akbar, and I go through namaz. We can't pray like them. We can, definitely we can. But if we can try at least. Shahid Baqir Sadr, जब तक जहन पूरा खाली नहीं हो जाता था अल्लाह अकबर नहीं कहते थे. जब पूरा जहन खाली हो गया, फिनिश, कोई फिक्र नहीं, कोई ख्याल नहीं, पैसा नहीं, चमड़ी नहीं, दमड़ी नहीं, गाड़ी नहीं, घर नहीं, बंगला नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं, मैं और मेरा खुदा, अल्लाह. Then he become like people like Shaykh Sadr. Then someone becomes like Imam Khomeini. Then someone becomes like Sayyid Khouy. Then someone becomes like Sayyid Fatullah. Then someone becomes like Imam Musa Sadr. Before they say Allahu Akbar, they used to stay just calmly, to make their mind empty, to be ready in the come to join the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How many times we pray and we have tons of thoughts in our minds? Tons of thoughts. So what kind of prayer we? That was the most demanded thing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We can't do that. So love of Ahlul Bayt and their following and knowing what they want from us. This is the main part of that. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Next thing is very important in suluk ilallah, that is called use your night time to grab taqarrub of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are the Islamic values we discussed in a couple of days, just few drops of that ocean, few drops. And why Imam Hussein stood up, the first day majlis I did here, he stood up against Banu Umayyad dynasty. Why stood up? In first two sentences, in two khutubat, Imam says, first of all, a person like Yazid can't be a Khalifa or leader of Islamic nation. Just read, just simply Google it. Who was Yazid? All the corruptions, drinking wine, adultery, playing with animals, killing innocent people, all those. After Imam Hussein, he attacked on Harra, a city in Medina, suburbs. He killed thousands of Shia there and raped their women in thousands. He attacked on Kaaba, burned the Kaaba. He killed a lot of Sahabis. Imam Ali, Imam Hussein, Salamun alayhi, he used to know that. No, this person cannot be like the leader of Islam. This was the first, one of the goals of Imam. He said, no, who deserve for the leadership? We Ahlul Bayt deserve for this leadership. Not a person. Imam doesn't say, not Yazid, not a person like Yazid. A person like Yazid, not Yazid, a person like Yazid. Yazid and anyone who is in this caliber, like his father, Muawiyah, he did the same thing. He prayed while he was drunk. He changed the salat. He never paid attention to any mustahabat in his life, during his life. He killed lots of Sahaba. He established the La'an of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Imam said, no, this family cannot rule the Islamic world. Very soon people will say, if this is Islam, if this is the Muhammad, if this is the Quran, they're much worse than Christianity and Judaism. At least Christianity have some ethical values. But these people will not carry any, even though any ethical values, any moral values. They just re-established all the corruptions was pre-Islamic era. They re-established all those things. And they were about to re-establish it. But Imam Hussein's sacrifice destroyed them. And the next point of why Imam Hussein did qiyam against them, he said, because I want to realize sunnah of my Jad, my Prophet Rasulullah, and sunnah of my father, Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib, traditions of Rasulullah. So what is hidden in the tradition of Rasulullah? What is hidden in the Sunnat Rasulullah? Every next Monday I'm teaching online Sunanun Nabi, the book of Allama Tabatabai. Every bi-weekly Mondays, 3 p.m. Karachi time. Not this Monday, the next Monday. If you want to join us, I can give you the link. You can come and join us. We're discussing this book. It's a very nice book written by Allama Tabatabai, where it explains what is Sunnat of Rasulullah and why Ahlul Bayt said you have to establish Sunnat Rasulullah in your life. A Shia cannot become Shia unless first he become a Sunni. And according to Sheikh Tijani, we are the true Sunnis. Those who call themselves Sunnis, they are not, this is not a good word to say that, but they are kind of followers of Banu Umayyah, followers of Muawiyah and Yazid and those traditions. They are, Wallahi al-Azim, they are not Sunnis. A Shia cannot become Shia unless first he become a Sunni, a true Sunni. We should follow all the Sunnat Rasulullah. We have to know the way of living of Rasulullah. How he used to work, how he used to deal with people, how was his thoughts, how he used to people with people of wealth, people of poverty, how he was dealing with non-Muslims, with Muslims, new Muslims. How was he trying to teach us way of living? We should know all these things. Sunnat Rasulullah, the first thing. When we are done with Sunnat Rasulullah, then we have to go in the Seerah of Ahlul Bayt. Now we have to learn what was the pattern of Ahlul Bayt, how they used to live. So these are two basic points. That's why Imam Hussein did Qiyam. Inshallah, I will discuss more points tomorrow from the words of Amir Sayyid al-Shuhada Abdullah al-Hussein, inshallah. This is a very clear thing. This is very clearly, for us Shia, path is very clear. Path is very clear. There's nothing hidden. You can't say, oh Allah, I couldn't find the book, I couldn't find the Shaykh, I couldn't find the marja. No. Maybe people of 50 years ago could say these things. In our time, in the social media time, we cannot say anything. Because everything is these are just distance of one hit. You just hit one button and you can have everything. You can learn everything, you can ask everything. Say louder a little bit. Sunnah Rasulullah, then Seerah of Ahlul Bayt. No, there's no difference. Well, Seerah of Ahlul Bayt is a kind of practical explanations of Sunnah Rasulullah. So if I say this part is tough for me, how I don't know how to follow Sunnah Rasulullah, Ahlul Bayt said, no, we did it 250 years. We did the same thing as Rasulullah did. So if we have some problems in following Sunnah of Ahlul Bayt, Sunnah of Rasulullah, Ahlul Bayt has shows us impractical. And then there's no more excuse for us remaining. That no, we cannot do that. No, you can't do that because Imam Ali did that, Imam Hassan did that, Imam Hussein did that. Whether they were in the battlefield, whether they were in the good life, in the tough life, whether they were in the jail or in the cell or in the home arrest, they did. This is called Seerah Ahlul Bayt. So Sunnah Ahlul Bayt and Seerah of Ahlul Bayt is a kind of practical living atmosphere of Sunnah Rasulullah. And this is the one from us. And Ahlul Bayt had the power to change things in religion, but they never touched it. They had right to prove things, disapprove things, but they never did that, because if they do this, there's a lots of people they would do that. So they stopped it. They stopped and they locked us on the Sunnah Rasulullah. Very simple and easy. And the book is all around us. The best book from Allama Tabatabai is Sunanun Nabi, all the Sunnah of Rasulullah. It's a very small, just kind of book, very good book. At least we have to read this book once a year. If I finish this next year, next year again. I mean, every year we have to finish this book once to be in touch with the Quranic teachings, because Sunnah of Rasulullah is basically application of Quran. His Sunnah in the Seerah of Ahlul Bayt we can see there very simply. And then waking up in the night time. In al-wusul ilallah, this hadith from Imam Hassan Askari Salamullah alayhi, where he says, إن الوصول إلى الله عز وجل سفر لا يدرك إلا بامتطاء الليل. If you want to go through the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you cannot go through this path unless you wake up a part of night. Unless you wake up for a small part of night, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. You're not Ayatollah Bahjat, you're not Allama Tabatabai. Allama Tabatabai, one student wrote him a letter asking, Allama Tabatabai, can I sleep couple of minutes? Can I sleep couple of hours in Laylatul Qadr? He said, it's not wajib, you can sleep. But as per I know, since the day I become baligh, I've never slept in any night of Ramadan. That's how he become Allama Tabatabai. That's how they become Qazi, they become Bahjat. Even though I cannot wake up. If I wake up whole night, tomorrow I have to go hospital. Simply, I have ulcer and I have a lot of problems. I have to sleep some hours. But at least I try every night almost. Half an hour, 20 minutes. And you don't have to do like, I'm wake up, oh my God, now I have to pray, all those things. No, just sit down, chill out. Sit down on the chair, watch the skies, but wake up. Sit down in the morning. On the chair, don't do anything. If you have no charm for doing anything, don't do anything. Just chill down, relax on the chair, see the sky and stars, and think about it. Oh Allah, where are you? What do you think about me? What do your awliya think about me? Do I really act in a way I please you or not? Ask questions from yourself. Judge ourselves, weigh ourselves. If you don't have energy, you don't have charm for reading Salatul Layl, no problem. Sit down and pray it. Lots of time, if Allah gives me tawfiq for Salatul Layl, I sit down and pray. No problem. But pray it. If you can't pray 11 rakat, no problem. Pray 3 rakats. Shaf and witr, that's enough. You wake up late, very late. You just pray Salat Subh. You don't have time. You have no energy. You have no charm. Sit down and say just 1 rakat. Sit down and pray 1 rakat Salatul Witr. Allah says, I will give you thawab of all Salatul Layl. But we have to, Imam Hassan Askari saying, Innal wusul ilallah azza wa jal safarun la yudrak illa bi imtita'il layl. This path of suluk ilallah, you cannot achieve anything unless you use part of your life for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ya ayyuhal mudaththir, Quran. Ya ayyuhal muzammil, qumil layl illa qalila. Many times the Quran has been discussed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At least put some time, make some time for Allah, just for Allah. If you have no energy, no charm for reading any dua, salat, just sit down and think about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's enough. When you have, in Farsi we say hal, himmat. When you have hal, himmat, charm, okay, do some dua, do some dhikr, do some ayat. If you don't have, but don't sleep. Don't sleep. At least stay awake for a couple of minutes, couple of half an hour, couple of hours. It's up to you. If you can stay up whole night like Allama Tabatabai, Bismillah. But we have to go through this thing. And then one of the most important thing, always speak haqq, even though it goes against you. Simple. Ahlul Bayt say. Imam Ali salamullah alayhi says, Aqrabul ibad ila Allah ta'ala aqwaluhum lil haqq. Aqrabul ibad ila Allah ta'ala aqwaluhum lil haqq. Wa in kana alayh. The most closest people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are those who speak haqq. They speak truth. In a parenthesis, in a bracket, sisters and brothers, is speaking truth is not wajib. Speaking lie is haram. अगर आपको मना जो किया गया है, वह झूठ बोलने के लिए मना किया गया है. सच बोलना वाजिब नहीं. आधा सच बोलो, ना बोलो, जवाब न दो, उठ के चले जाओ. जवाब नहीं देना ना तो जवाब. सच बोलना वाजिब नहीं है. आधा सच बोल दो, कोई बात नहीं है. थोड़ा सच बोल दो, कोई बात नहीं है. यहाँ गए थे, वहाँ गए थे, वहाँ गए थे, वहाँ गए थे, वापस आएगा. क्यों देर से आएगा? वहाँ गए थे. 3 जगह और भी तो गए थे, नहीं बताया, कोई बात नहीं. सच बोलना वाजिब नहीं है, झूठ बोलना हराम है. झूठ कभी ना बोलो. हक का मतलब है आधा सच बोलो, तिहा सच बोलो, पूरा सच बोलो, लेकिन झूठ ना बोलो. Never speak lie, but speak truth. In the caliber, man in front of you, woman in front of you, they can bear it. Go ahead, but never speak lie. This is haq. أقرب العباد إلى الله تعالى أقولهم للحق وإن كان علي. Even though haq goes against you, say I'm sorry, this is against me, but this is truth. but never lie. Never lie. وَأَعْمَلُهُمْ بِالْحَقِّ. Those who act most perfectly according to haqq, in kana fihe kurhu. Who are mu'minin? They act upon haqq, even though they dislike it. I don't like doing this, but I have to do this because this is haqq. They act and they speak. Act, speak, act, speak, act, speak. If these are the values, then Imam Hussein's qiyam was truth. Then his qiyam was truth. Then his qiyam was truth. Yazid, you don't see these qualities in him. Bani Umayyah, I don't see these qualities in them. Muawiyah, I don't see these qualities in them. None of the Khulafa, Bani Umayyah and Bani Abbas and Osmani, none of them. You don't see any of these qualities in them. चंद जुमले मसाहब के. On the third day of Ashura, army started joining in Karbala. Umar Sa'd came with 4,000 troops, and since on every day, couple of thousands people were coming to Karbala. And Ibn Ziyad was so smart, sent a letter which was received by Umar Sa'd on the 3rd of Muharram in Karbala. He said, I have watch on you. You know that Umar Sa'd has a soft corner a little bit for Imam Hussein. Very soft corner. When Imam Hussein was about to die in Shaheed, he cried at the last moment. But he became among the killers of Imam Hussein. Ibn Ziyad was so cruel. He said, I have a watch on you, and they're bringing me news every day and every night what you're doing in Karbala. I have watch on you. And I have equipped you with all those people and troops and army. Don't go, never think of going against me. You have to follow the orders. On the 3rd, one of the companions of Umar Sa'd, his name was Kathir, came to Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein's side brought some message. One of the Sumama, his name was one of the Sahabi of Imam Hussein, his name was Sumama. Sumama is the person who reminded Imam of the time of Zuhr in the Ashura. He said, Imam, it is time of Zuhr. And Imam did dua for him. He said, MashaAllah on you. In this battlefield, you remind me for Salat al-Dhuhr. He was one of the blessed person. So Mama told Imam, the person is coming, his name is Kathir, and he's the worst man on the Arab world. I know him. By saying this to Imam Hussein, he just jumped towards him, said, stay here. You're not allowed to go close to Imam unless you put your sword down here. He said, no, I'm not going to do this. He said, then option B, I will hold your sword while you're talking to Imam. He said, no, I will not allow you. The third thing, give your message to me and I will deliver your message to Imam. He said, no, I'm not going to go to hell. I will not let you meet Imam. You just go to hell. Kathir was so bad person. When he was coming to Imam Hussein, he said to Umar Sa'd, if you want to, I can just, while I'm talking to Imam Hussein, I jump on him and I'll kill him. He said, no, you have no that orders, such orders. Just go and pass my message. So Mama said, no, you cannot see Imam. I will not let you go see Imam. Go away. He went back, gave the news to Umar Sa'd. He said, send another person. And that person came to Imam with the conditions Sumama said, put on him. And then he said, why you came here? The message was from Umar Sa'd, who was Abu Abdullah, why you came to Karbala? I said, people of Kufa invited me, people of Iraq invited me, and we have covenant together. If you let me, I go to them, point is here. And then Imam said, if you don't like it, I can go back. You know why he said Imam? Imam ने हुज्जत तमाम की है उमर साद के ऊपर. मेरा खून मत बहाने की कोशिश करना. अगर तुम चाहोगे तो मैं वापस भी जा सकता हूँ. खुदा कहेगा तुमने क्यों कत्ल किया? हुसैन ने कहा तुमसे मैं वापस जाना चाहता हूँ. वापस जाने दे देते. If you don't like it, I can go back. He said no, stay here. This happened on 3rd of Muharram. Among the Shuhada of Karbala, Wahab Kalbi, one of the most prominent face among the Ashab of Imam Hussein. Wahab Kalbi, he was newlywed, a 25-year-old young man, 17 days ago married, very new wife, very new at the beginning of their life establishment, and he joined Imam Hussein with his mother. His mother's name was Ammar, moon, जिसे हम उर्दू में कहते हैं चांद, and his wife's name was Hania. Wife was Hania, mother was Qamar, and Wahab joined Imam Hussein. When he was joining Imam Hussein, mother told him, it's time to join Imam Hussein, not join for joining purpose. You are going to die, and I want you seeing, I want you see, I want to see you dying in front of Imam Hussein, son of Rasulullah. I want you to see. I want you dying in front of Imam Hussein. That was Qamar. He said, let me go and say Khuda Hafiz to my wife. मैं अपनी बीवी से खुदा हाफिज कर लूँ. कहती, be careful of your wife. She's newlywed. She's new and she has a lot of hopes and dreams in her heart. Don't let her distract you from your path. He went to say farewell to his wife, came back to Imam. He said, Imam, my wife wants to talk to you. She came to Imam. He brought his wife to Imam. Imam said, what's the question? She said, he's going to in your path and you sacrifice his life. And I'm going to be still alone. So I knew two things. I want to join your family. What happened to them? I'm going to be with them. Number two, I want him to take me Jannah when the day of Qiyamah. And he promised to Imam. And Imam said, yes, he will take you to Jannah. And Wahab promised Imam. Wahab जब निकले हैं जंग के लिए माँ से अलग होकर, माँ ने एक ज़रा आंसू नहीं बहाया. कमर ने, वहाब की माँ ने एक आंसू नहीं बहाया. और कहती हैं कि इससे पहले कि इमाम पर कोई तकलीफ़ आए, इमाम पर कोई हमला हो, इमाम को तकलीफ़ पहुँचे, तुम ज़मीन पे गिरे होने चाहिए. जनाब वहाब कल्बी जाके लड़ते हैं, जंग करते हैं, उनका सर तन से जुदा होता है. यजीदी फ़ौजें सर को इमाम हुसैन की तरफ रवाना कर देती हैं, माँ की तरफ रवाना कर देती हैं. माँ सर को उठाती है बड़े खुरूर से, कहती है, मेरे लाल, मैं तुमसे राज़ी हूँ. जो दूध मैंने तुम्हें पिलाया वो दूध हलाल हो तुम पर, कि तुमने अपना हक़ अदा कर दिया हुसैन के सामने. मैं कहूँगा, ए शहज़ादी, ए जनाब कमर, आप एक कमर हैं, आप एक माँ हैं, और आपकी ये कुर्बानी है. अलबत्ते रवायतों में मिलता है कि इब्ने शिमर के ग़ुलाम को हुक्म आया शिमर का कि इसी वक्त जाओ जाके उसकी माँ को भी शहीद करो. और जनाब कमर भी वहीं शहीद हो गए. मैं कहूँगा, ए कमर, आप पहला कमर हो जो ज़मीन पे गिरी हैं. कुछ घंटों के बाद इस ज़मीन के ऊपर 72 चांद गिरेंगे जिनका कोई पूछने वाला ना होगा, जिनके ऊपर धूप का साया होगा, जिनके ऊपर धूल का साया होगा. सयअलमुल लज़ीना ज़लमू अय्या मुनक़लिबिन यनक़लिबून इन्ना लिल्लाहि व इन्ना इलैहि राजिऊन रदन बिक़ज़ाइहि तस्लीमा. परवरदिगार, तुझे वास्ता है मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद का हमारी इस मुख़्तसर से अज़ा को कबूल फरमा. बारहा तुझे वास्ता है मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद का, जो मुश्किलात और परेशानियों में उनकी मुश्किलात और परेशानियों को बरतरफ फरमा. परवरदिगार, तुझे वास्ता है मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद का, जो मरीज़ हैं, बीमार हैं, उनकी बीमारी और मरीज़ी को शिफा इनायत फरमा. बारहा तुझे वास्ता है मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद की, जो सख्तियों में उनकी सख्तियों को बरतरफ फरमा. परवरदिगार, तुझे वास्ता है मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद का, इमाम ज़माना का ज़हूर जल्द अज़ जल्द हो, हम सब उनके बेहतरीन आवान और अंसार में शुमार हों. व आखिर दावाना अनिल हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन. मातम हुसैन.